1 shareholder in the U.S. of A. He's known as everybody's coach, Mr. Erik Robinson.
Thank you, Troy, for that amazing introduction. Thank you for that amazing introduction. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Woo! I'm excited, man. Dr. Meri, the story, Nathaniel, everybody, Tiffany. If y'all don't know, we got a village here, y'all. The village steps up. And I'm gonna tell y'all, here's the thing. I was listening to this gentleman and he was sharing something, and Nathaniel's story brought it home. He said, there's 5 things I go by. I'm teaching this. He was teaching this class at the I think he was at Grant Cardone's training, 10X training. And so he came on and he was teaching at Grant Cardone's 10X training. He said, there's 5 things I want to talk to y'all entrepreneurs. Now, it was probably maybe 20,000 in the room and probably another 80,000 watching via Zoom. So it's a lot of people. He's like, I got 5 things I want to talk to y'all entrepreneurs. One of the things that stuck out to me, and he labels his rules by the people who it impacted. And he's called this one maybe Little Johnny because it was named after his son. He said, somebody came up to his son after a baseball game, was like, man, great job. And the son was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then he walked away. And he said, man, you know what? I had to start teaching my son how to receive. He said, and I started realizing it wasn't just my son. I started looking around. Most people don't know how to receive compliments, how to receive gifts. Hey, you look good today. Okay. Right? Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. See, because what you don't realize, the person on the other end, you are setting the energy. So when somebody says, hey, so-and-so, you look great today. You don't know, I need to lose some weight, right? That energy. Are y'all able to receive compliments? We edify, but when somebody edifies you, do we really do a good job when pass the ball in receiving that edification? And we teach re-edifying. Thank you, so-and-so, and blah, blah, blah. I really appreciate those kind of words because it's the energy. Remember, the energy that somebody's giving you. What energy are you sending back? And we got to get good at receiving. Trust me, y'all. That's a skill. How to receive blessings, how to receive compliments. Meri said her grandma, broke us down because when she was sending those checks, we didn't want to take money from her, so we would just pay the kids and keep the check. And she was like, "Yo, are you getting the checks? Am I sending to the wrong address?" Because she actually kept a ledger, and she was like, "The checks never cash." We're like, "Oh no, we got the checks, we got everything. Hey, welcome." And we wasn't good receivers. Are y'all with me? Because we was thinking from our side, not from the other person's side. What is the other person getting by blessing, by saying good things? Why are we taking away their joy, their blessing? Are y'all picking what I'm putting down? See, because some of us are so into ourselves sometimes, and it's hard for us to receive because sometimes you receive some negative stuff, so you got to keep the defense up. You can't receive everything. Some people come with some bull crap, and you can't receive that bull crap. You ain't no good. You dirty rascal, right? Your mama no good, your daddy no good, and ain't none of y'all no good, right? I get it. God, your name ain't God, your name is 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏, right? God, you can't have a better name than God. I'm just trying to tell you, you can't even mess that one up. You can't have a better name than God. Are y'all with me? Right? It just comes. So I just want to just share that with y'all. Really take time to really be intentional about receiving. Some of us, you don't realize the blessings for you, the gift you're looking for, you start putting that negative energy out there, and you wonder why I'm not where I want to be. Because maybe you haven't been able to receive things. You might miss stuff. Somebody say a closed mouth don't get fed, right? No money comes in an open hand. It's kind of hard. You got to open your hand. You got to be open to receive. Here's one thing I do know. The money you don't have, from a business standpoint, financial standpoint, the money you don't have is in somebody else's bank account. Period. The money you don't have and desire is in somebody else's bank account. There's got you trying, as business owners, entrepreneurs, we're trying to think of a reason for somebody to give us their money, give us their business. Whether we provide a service, whether I'm McDonald's or not, I still got to find a reason for somebody to give me their money for a $5 McDonald's hamburger. I don't know when the price went up so high. But anyway, are y'all catching me? You got to find a way to think for somebody to give. So you got to be able to receive with a smile. Hey, welcome to Boss Big Boys. How can I help you? You got to receive with a smile. But people are like, hey, why you been? You're like, I'm trying to give you my money, and you don't got no customer service, and you ain't got no. I don't want to give my money to that. Are y'all catching me? Well, oh yeah, I'll take the money, but I won't take the compliment. Are y'all catching me? We gotta really work on that spirit of receiving, y'all. And that is something that needs to be worked on. We're doing a great job sometimes, I think, of giving out. But when you are you down, I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it's hard to receive the compliments when you ain't where you want to be. Maybe I need to lose weight. Somebody say you look good. Maybe that might be hard for you to receive that you look good because you're not where you want to be. Erik, your business is exploding. Man, I'm trying to, are y'all catching me? It's easy to not receive that. Instead of saying, thank you, I appreciate that. That really means a lot. That's all you gotta say. Thank you, I appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. Right? Doesn't mean you're a business where you want to be, but don't not block the blessings of being when somebody's giving you a compliment or giving you something because you are not where you want to be. Y'all, we got to work on that because we got a giving village. Yes or yes?
Yes.
I'm telling y'all, this village gives.
Yes.
But do y'all receive? It's a hard thing. So with that being said, we want to keep our word. Y'all had a gentleman come on yesterday. I was listening to him, and man, he was dropping some nuggets. He was dropping some dimes, as we say in the football world, when a quarterback throws a dart, or they call it maybe throwing a dart, or throws a bullet, throws a perfect pass. They said, man, he dropped a dime, but he was dropping some dimes. He was dropping some golden gems. So I don't want to miss out and let y'all miss out on what y'all receive, because I need y'all to put y'all hands together, give him a great welcome, give him one of our superstars welcome for none other than Coach Isaiah Robinson.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets. Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets. Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning. Say.
Cool. Thank you for having me back in the special request. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate this village, man, for sure. So we left off, just to recap everybody, just in case you wasn't here on yesterday's call, we was talking about the growth, and we were talking about the growth to being a champion and the growth to becoming the best you of your business. That's basically what the whole rubric was, just being able to grow and being able to learn. So we went over number 1 is always continue to grow. Number 2 is overcoming the doubters. Number 3 is committing to your goal. Number 4 is understanding delayed gratification. And number 5 is long-term perspective. That's where we left off at. But before we get started, I need everybody's energy. I know my father came on. I know we had an awesome call beforehand, but I'm gonna need to feel y'all energy. So what's up? There. And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody
get a green sheet.
Cool. Thank y'all.
How y'all feel?
And how y'all feel?
Better.
Yes, sir. So just leaving off where we left off at is fostering a growth mindset. That's number 6, y'all. Fostering a growth mindset. And the way to foster a growth mindset is you are who you hang around. And that is what's going to separate you, because if you hang around some people you should be hanging around, you're probably going to be one of those other people you shouldn't be hanging around. If you hang around people that are pushing you or motivating you, you're probably going to get pushed and motivated as well. But the biggest thing is people starts as like, who do I hang around? Who do I have be my mentor? How do I change my circle? The first part to change your circle is to change your mindset. And you get the way that the online is now, you can have mentors through YouTube, you can have mentors through different podcasts, you can have mentors even through audiobooks. So starting to change your mindset and start to really understand what you're putting into your mind, because our mind is so subconscious. Everything that we listen to, everything that we pick up in the back of our minds is picking up too, and it's going to show in our actions. So making sure that you're putting the right things in your mind would honestly be the best way to foster the growth mindset. And you can have multiple mentors. David Brunson, Russell Brunson could be a mentor. Myron Gold, and this call is full of all mentors. So you all are already in the right direction, and just starting this call every morning is going to foster to that growth mindset. Number 7 is setting goals. Set clear goals for yourself. Have a clear path for yourself. Understand what you're trying to achieve. Understand what you're trying to get done each and every day. Setting the proper goals. And sometimes, even if you set the goals and you're like, man, how am I going to achieve this goal? How am I going to get here? That comes within the process. But you have to have a goal. You have to have a number of mark that you're trying to set. Right now, I know we did the calculations for the recruiting, right? They're saying 7 writing license agents is how you really going to get to ED, how you get to ED. But if you recruit one person, if you recruit 8 people, only one person is genuinely going to be writing. So the numbers was getting to 23 agents a month, and 140 recruits. I think that was huge. So understanding what your goal is in terms of recruiting, in terms of writing, whatever you want to get done, but understanding your goal, and actually setting a clear goal for your path. So if you miss it, you probably, let's say you set your goal for 23 and you miss it, you can probably miss it by 15 or 20. But guess what? That's 10 or 15 more than what you was doing beforehand. So having an active goal, and shooting for something. And it's okay if you miss it. There's always next month, or there's always the next day to actually go pursue it. But don't shoot too low, because if you shoot low and you hit it, you probably have so much potential that you could shoot higher for it. So setting clear goals, but make it big. Make it big. Don't limit yourself. Go after what you want to go after. And the last one with number 8 is embracing your journey. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is unique to your own self. So just because somebody else is having success doesn't mean you're going to have success. But it also doesn't mean that you're not going to have success. Everybody's journey is different. And I relate this to football as well, because I remember growing up, like I said, I was a late bloomer in sports, and I was seeing everybody's getting offers to go to Division I schools. And I'm like, man, when is it going to be my shot? When is it going to be my time? And that's how a lot of people feel sometimes, because if you're definitely at a prestigious school and you're the one that's not getting anything, they tell you to run your own race. It's your own journey. First of all, you can only go to one school, right? So if you have a goal and you're running your race, you can only go after one goal at a time, right? You can only set your goals for one goal at a time, but run your race and run your pace. And a lot of times people think just because they have a lot going on at the moment, that's still a part of your journey. That's still a part of your race. Understand what you haven't put in place and understand what you need to get done. And I know a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, but I was talking to an individual and they was like, yeah, I just started this new job. I just started a new company. I'm like, okay, cool. But make sure that you don't forget your business. We understand that bills and everything has to get paid, but make sure that you're building your business, because everybody's race is different. And as leaders and as entrepreneurs, we got to be there for the people to help them run their race. And that's what a great leader would do. And that's what this great village is doing. They're helping us run our race. So everybody's race is different, and everybody's race has to be on their own pace, but understanding that it's your journey and nobody else's. But that was it for the last 3 notes, y'all. That was the last 3 tips. But I just wanted to tell everybody thank you again for letting me come on. I'm excited and I'm excited to go run my own journey, and I'm excited to run a journey with y'all. So I don't have any more words to say to y'all, but I want to say I appreciate y'all. I appreciate this village. Let's run our own race, y'all.
Woo! All right, go. Good job.
Cool, cool, cool.
Woo.
Let's go.
All right, all
Great
right.
job, Zay. Great job.
Early in, early out. That's it. The
All right,
early bird
came,
catches
got
the
in,
worm.
got out. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Woo.
Mic drop. That's
All
it.
right,
What
mic
do you
drop.
say?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, y'all. So, that race, run your own race, do it your own pace, do what you got to do, make it happen. How many of y'all excited? Just plain on excited.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bird.
Yeah, because can y'all hit the door for me? I'm up in the studio, open the door, and then don't even close the door. Anyway, let me get back. They're not gonna. I'm not gonna get sidetracked today. I'm wired up. Like y'all don't understand. I'm no caffeine going on 4 days, maybe 5 days. 5 days no caffeine. So I ain't using no caffeine. I'm just going to be running, just showing it can be done. Because Dr. Meri was like, you starting to get addicted to it. No, I'm not addicted to anything other than money and you, baby. And not if I think about you, it ain't got to be money. I'm not addicted. It's just you. Remember, rearrange that. I'm addicted to you. But she just likes the money. So then therefore, she's addicted to me. So anyway, let me get back on track. All right. I'm trying not to sleep on the couch this weekend. Man, my back was hurt. I was doing a lot of exercise. I'm trying to sleep. Thank you, May. Yeah, thank you. That's it. So with that being said, I really want to talk to y'all before we head out. Hearing Coach they talk about run your own race. I was watching an interview yesterday, and it was with Jamie and Frank 𝗵𝗲𝗁. The interview was about 6 years old. It was Frank 𝗵𝗲𝗁's first time into the office at 𝗵𝗲𝗁. It was the first time into 𝗵𝗲𝗁's office. So they're sitting down, and they're like, wow, look at this place. And they had the studio room set up. And the cool thing is I've been in that room. It was like, where Jamie does some of his interviews. And so that was their first time there. And they were so excited, like the energy. You can just see the way they was talking, the passion. It was just, both of them was like, yeah, bam. Talking about how it almost didn't happen, how they almost didn't come together, right? But then they start talking about where they are and where they're going. And here's the cool thing. They were so freaking excited. This is 3 years. Now, they've been in the business for 3 years. 3 years later, they so excited. And Jamie says, Frank, hey, Frank, when you came to 𝗵𝗲𝗁, you had been in the industry 17 years, right? He's like, it was 18. Like, give me my extra year credit. So he had been in the industry for 18 years when he came to 𝗵𝗲𝗁. And now we fast forward 3 years later. And he's like, Frank, did you ever think? He's like, man, oh my goodness. And I seen Frank's thing. 3 years later, he had kind of got back to where he was at with income-wise and just a little bit above. He was just a little bit over where he had gotten from 18 years. He wasn't super boom, exploding where he's at now. He was just above where he was at in his previous company. He was like, I was a 6-figure earner in my company. So 3 years later, I'm a little over 6 figures now. I'm a little over 100,000. Hadn't cracked the 200K yet. But he's like, man, I'm seeing, what's happening in this last 3 years because I was able to get back to my beginning in 3 years. What took me 18 years to do, I was able to get back to that and a little bit more in 3 years. And he was so freaking excited. Now, how many of y'all, now I look back, add another 6 years to that, 3 years, add another about 6 or 7 years to that, and he's over $1 million in income. He's now 10x'd what he made at his previous company. His income was 10 times. So when you take 100,000 and multiply it by 10, that's $1 million. That's a lot of increase. Now, if you're only making $1,000, you multiply it by 10, you get 10,000. You still great success, but it ain't like, whoa, you went up $9,000. You know what I mean? If you're making $10 and you multiply by 10, you make $100. Oh, you went from $10 to $100. If you in high school, maybe that's great. I was making $10 a week. Now I'm making $100 a week. In high school, that's great. But as an adult, you'd like, okay, you went from $10 a week to $100 a week. You're still broke. Are y'all with me? So 10xing small numbers. When you start 10xing six figures, oh, that's a $900,000 increase. That's a lot of money. $900,000 in a year added. That's a lot of money. And I think he's like over 1.1 million. So he's added over $1 million in income. That's a lot of increase. The increase of $1 million in increase. Now, why am I saying that? That video was before he did the increase. The video was, I took 18 years. I'm so freaking excited that I got back to beginning in 3 years. I got back to where I was at before in 3 years. Because it took me 18 years. So Eric, where are you going with this? How many of y'all have been 18 years and doing this right here? I don't care what company you was with. How many of y'all got 18 years at it? See, some of us, he was 18 years in and said, it took me 3 years to get back to that. And I'm so freaking excited. Uncle Jock, you got a six-figure ring?
Yes, sir.
You got people on your team who hit six figures, multiple people.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you think all of them is so excited about that accomplishment the same way that video Frank was acting?
No.
No. This guy was like, oh my goodness, it took me 3 years, I'm back to where I was at from 18 years. See, the mindset, when you understand, because he saw like, and his vision wasn't to the million. He's like, man, one day my team's going to be doing like $500,000 in production. Oh, that was a stretch. $500,000 production. One day that was a stretch for him. Like, wow, James, you might be doing $1 million. Oh, James, I hear you saying it, man, brother. I'm going big to the $500,000. And he was excited where he was at, but he was excited where he was going. Uncle Jock, your agency last month did $500,000. Are y'all catching me? Yeah, but everybody had the same, you with me? That same excitement, are y'all catching what I'm saying? Like, do we have that same thing? And it goes back to when you don't know what you got because you're not where you want to be, it's hard to understand and appreciate where you are. And if you don't have the excitement of where you are, it's so freaking hard to understand where to get to where you're trying to go. Because some of y'all may say, Eric, I'm at that guy where I'm trying to get to $100. I hear you, you got six, you trying to get to $1 million, but I'm trying to get to 100, man. I'm trying to get to 100. Well, how do you go from 100 to 100,000? Easy. You got to be excited about the $100. You got to be excited about the first sale. Eric, I didn't make no sale just yet. Well, you got to be excited about getting your license. Eric, I ain't got my license just yet. Did you sign up for the course? You got to be excited that you signed up for the course. Well, Eric, I ain't signed up for the course yet. Then get out of business. You don't got nothing to be excited for. Go back to sleep. You at least got to sign up for the class. And if they won't sign up for the class, I'm telling you, don't waste your time. They got to at least sign up for the class. That's the bottom line. That's the foundation. You want to make money, you got to sign up for the class. Because you got to get licensed in our industry, right? For the most part. We got some products you don't have to get licensed for, but if they ain't going to register for the class, they ain't going to sell the products. But let's assume I'm talking to people who are at least in the class. Eric, I haven't passed the test yet. Have you taken the test yet? No. Well, register to take the test and be excited that you're studying. Are y'all with me? You got to find some internal fire. You got to put your boots to the ground, they say. Put your feet to the ground. Be 10 toes down. You got to be in it.
Hey, Eric.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I'm saying you got to be in it and excited where you are. See, I talked to you earlier about being able to receive. Some of us can't get to where we're going because the energy you're putting out where you are, Eric, well, I don't know this, I can't do this. I'm saying there, and look in the mirror. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. There's a reason why some schools, like y'all, I'm catching this. See, I'm gonna help y'all out real quick. Can I go over, Uncle John? You got your thought?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a reason why some of the top companies recruit from companies like Harvard, Yale, Brown, some of these Ivy League schools, UPenn. Are y'all with me? There's a reason why they recruit from some of those schools. Because those schools, they know the schools have already gone through the selection process. They've already weeded out the I can'ts. Those individuals, they don't get accepted to those schools. It's an exception process. They don't get accepted to those schools. So these companies are saying, I want to grab people from there. Same thing with the NFL draft. The NFL draft just happened, right? They get to select, out of all these college football players, they get to select who they think has what it takes. And when you get on the NFL team, when you're playing for the Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Commanders, whatever team your team or people like or want to watch, when you play for that team, it works for the NFL, NBA, WNFL, WNBA. Are y'all with me? It works for all these professional leagues. They get to select the best, the people who already believe that they can. But see, when we come to entrepreneurship, we come to our business, sometimes y'all ain't get, who signed you up? I signed up because my cousin signed me up. I joined my cousin. I joined some stranger I seen on LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram. I don't know them. They don't know me. I signed up because how much did it cost? It cost no money. I signed up for free to make a check. I didn't even have to invest anything other than fill out an application. And some people are like, oh, you want my social security number? I'm like, you want to get paid? Like, it's a free application. So y'all got to understand something. There's not a selection process like that. So now you was here and you may have got select. They didn't weed you out. Some of y'all, if we had a selection process, you would have been gone. Why? Because I'm talking to you like, oh, I can't sell. Click, goodbye. Oh, I can't do this. Good, see you later. But what do? Somebody said, oh, I can't sell. Come on, man. There ain't a whole lot of selling involved. We try to coach them up, work them up. Where am I saying? At some point, you have to freaking get excited about where you are. I'm telling y'all, I had an interview with a gentleman yesterday. He just joined this morning. He said, Eric, I'm looking for, met him on LinkedIn. And here's the thing, I didn't meet him on LinkedIn. One of my agents sent a text message. She was supposed to change my name to her name. She didn't. She left my name and my thing, and he signed up for my on my calendar. So I talked to him. He said, yeah, man, I'm signing for my security license. I said, what is he? I'm looking for a place that I can just come and maybe just get some sales experience. He's out of college, in this career, he's trying to get some sales experience so then I can go get one, a better sales job. Hold up. Bruh, you want to come talk to me because you want to try to get a better sales job. Now, you schedule an appointment. I see you in your car, but he was smart enough to at least blur his background. You come for a better sales job, you should have been like in a professional setting, someplace where you stable. Because he set the appointment, I didn't. He made the schedule. But a better sales job. So you want to get some experience, you can get a better sales job. I said, Google, what industry makes the most millionaires? Financial services. Huh. He's been in different financial services experience, but not licensed yet. And I'm like, you want to get a better sales job? Man, we can show you how to open up a brokerage firm. So why am I saying to you this? See, some people are looking forward, thinking this is not that. But how many better sales jobs do y'all know pay people $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year? Did you fill out a resume for? Anybody know most companies is paying people nowadays $200,000 or $300,000? $500,000 sales jobs?
Nope.
Did you fill out a resume for? I'm not talking like I'm a realtor, I'm doing this, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the kind you go fill out a resume for and they're going to pay you that salary. Please, no. I don't want too many salary $1 million sales positions. So I'm like, brother, you got the best opportunity. You don't know where it came from. But you know what? When I said that to him, his mind shifted. And he started saying, wow, I did not know. See, some of y'all don't know what you got because you're looking at where you are. And you should be so excited that somebody told you about this. I told y'all my goal, if you haven't heard it, my goal is to make sure I want to retire 𝗲𝗲𝗄𝗏 based off of my overrides. I want his family to be set. Why? Because he set me up. But I'm trying to work so hard that his overrides on me makes him rich. And I truly mean that. Why? Because he gave me an opportunity. I'm thankful that at 50 years old, I was able to introduce to an opportunity that can change my family's life. I ain't worried about what him. My commission don't come out. I don't care if it did. He gave me an opportunity, and I realize where I'm at. Do y'all realize where you are, 𝗵𝗫𝗄𝗏 Nation? Do you realize where you are and what you have your hands on? Or are you worried about what you ain't done and what you ain't did and who ain't came and who ain't do this and who you ain't? Are you worried about the ain'ts? Remember we talked about focus? Stop focusing on the lacks and focus on what you got, because you got something that can flat out change your life. I don't know when, but I don't know how. I know the how, but I don't know when. But you got to know that it's going to happen if you do the things that's needed to be done. But the first step is you got to start to being able to receive your blessings. And one of the blessings is the opportunity to be in business. Another blessing, the opportunity to wake up, to get on the Zoom, to have electricity to be on the Zoom, to have the internet to be on the Zoom. Are y'all with me? We got to start getting thankful for what we got, y'all. Because then watch the doors open and you'll start to things that you'll be looking for, the people who you need to join your business, the clients you need to, they're going to start to appear. When you start thinking about what you ain't got, more of the things you ain't got starts to appear. More bills start showing up. Are y'all with me? More issues start happening with your car. More things start happening with this. More relationship. Oh, this person. Man, don't just be, y'all got to put the blinders on right now. Entrepreneurs, it's up to us. I watched that video and Frank was so happy to even get back to that he left this company to get to this place. He was like, I see what's going to happen. And at that moment, he had just got back to zero. Just came out of a lawsuit, just battle, losing everything. And he's back at zero and so freaking happy to be back to even where he was before.
Hey, Eric, can you paint this picture real quick since we are over a little bit, but I want to put something in perspective. When Frank was talking to Jamie on that interview, he had been in the business for 18 years, right? Mm-hmm. I want you to, at that particular time, he was making a little bit over what, 200?
Maybe a little over, maybe over 200,000. I think maybe there's a little over between 180 and 220. It's probably somewhere around there.
So let's paint a picture. Let's say everybody here gets to the $100,000 ring this year. Mm-hmm. Paint a picture using Frank's projections and then put in perspective that we're in the United States, so we're in a much faster vehicle. How everybody here can be starting from ground zero and be at $1 million a year in 5 years.
Okay. First, you got to believe that the vehicle you have wins. I mean, really believe it. Some of y'all like, Eric, I believe 𝗵𝗫𝗄𝗏. I know it. I know it. I know it. But if you know it, then are you out there talking about it? No, you don't know it. You want it to happen, but you're not willing to make it happen. I want it to happen, but what I got to do that? Whatever it takes. I think I heard somebody say that yesterday. Whatever, are you willing to do whatever it takes? Not a time window. I think Coach A said that. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? That's the first thing. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? So that window with experience with the United States, y'all, think about it. What took him 3 years with 18 years of experience, I know we have done it, Doc. Jamie said, Eric, your business right now is where 𝗵𝗫𝗄𝗏 was in 4 years, the whole company. Your business is where the whole company was in our first 4 years.
Wow.
And with experience.
Yes, that's why I want everybody to understand where you are right now is so important if you get to work right now.
Yeah, and we came with experience. That's why. because the United States is such an open market. You can dominate your city if you want to. You can go dominate your state if you want to, or you can go get a piece of everything. Right now is the time. It's almost, I look at it like the California gold rush. When they would say, hey, everybody going out west, you can go claim your land, claim the territory. Or almost like when the British came over and they started settling the land. I live in Maryland. Why is Maryland called Maryland? It's actually Mary's land. Are y'all with me? It was Queen Meri. She came and claimed her land. So they call it Mary's land. And inside Mary's land, you got different counties. Prince George's County. Prince George came and claimed his territory, staked his lane. Are y'all with me? And people throughout the country started going out west and claiming their land. Some people were just happy to work for the people who claimed the land. But I'm telling y'all, you got a chance to go claim your land. Nobody. I just told y'all a story about a gentleman who joined my team from a text message. Set up an appointment, and the young lady who recruited him just sent out a text message. And there's hundreds and thousands of people looking. We got a special moment, y'all. Please don't let you got to understand the moment. It's like a wave or tsunami. It doesn't matter whether you got a boat, a paddle, or something. It's coming. Now, if anybody ever been out in the ocean, they say ride the wave. You can try to fight the wave, but the wave is too powerful for any human being and anything that man has ever created. Well, the wave is just, the ocean is too powerful. It's undefeated. But if you get bored a little and ride it, man, you learn how to surf it, you ride the wave right on into the land. Or you can try to fight the resistance, you drown. What's the drowning here? You just get out, you quit. What's riding the wave? You keep saying, come on, I'm the next CD. He's going to ride that wave, right? He's going to ride that wave. Some of y'all, I see you riding the wave. You know, we got some ED, they're going to ride the wave. And somebody said, ED, who said it? ED is not was that Nicole? ED is not the destination. It's just the point of view. It's just the elevation, but not the destination. Ooh. It's just a higher elevation, but it's not the destination. There's a wave for us to get rich. And there's enough money in this marketplace for a lot of us to get rich. And I'm close with this. Y'all know some of that, when that company, this is what drove me. When I first got here, Jock, I didn't know anything about the industry, but I started looking up. And at that time, I just happened to watch a video about one of those other companies that Jamie and them came from. So I'm doing my research, I'm studying. And they just had a celebration talking about they had 100 people make $1 million the last year. 100 people made $1 million. Yo, we just cracked over our third $1 million earner. They had 100, and their compensation stinks. They only got one product offering. Where are we going to go with better products? Are y'all with me? More things. We're just getting started. The thing is, they had, so it's enough. I'm saying that because it's enough for all of us to become millionaires. That's just one company in the industry. There's a lot of millionaires in this industry. It's enough for all of us on this team. There's not enough millionaires. If y'all ever Google how many millionaires are created every year, it'll blow your mind. Somebody want to Google that real quick in the United States. How many new millionaires? We're going to end with that. How many new millionaires are created in the U.S.?
Last time I saw a statistic, it said 1 every 60 seconds.
Every day, David Johnson, every day, 1,200 new millionaires. 1,200 new people become millionaires. So if you're thinking with a scarcity mindset, like, I can't, that's something, there's already got a millionaire already there. 1,200 every day. There's not a scarcity, ladies and gentlemen, of money. It's the mindset that what does it take to get it? First, you got to think and believe you can get it. Stop thinking what you can't do and start talking about what you can do. Because ain't nobody going to, maybe they will. I'm not going to put a can in there. Maybe somebody's going to back up a Brinks truck and drop it off at your house. Maybe you will hit the lottery and you ain't played the lottery. Maybe somebody's going to say, Eric, I will do $1 million. I don't know. But other than those anomalies, it's possible for everybody in this line because we have an insurance business that can create $1 million over the next 3 to 5 years. Are you willing to do it? 500,000 every year. Jen says 500,000 every year. It's so many new millionaires happening. So with that being said, back to you, Troy. I got a question for y'all. If you're ready to be one of the millionaires, let me hear you say,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta claim it. Troy Gandy.
All right, all right. Thanks again for that amazing, amazing training. All right, and we're going to say, experts, you just got served by not one, but two of the best in the business. So let's give a well-deserved round of applause for Coach Zay and everybody's coach, Erik Robinson. Off mute, give it up, give it up.
Yes.
Great job, guys. Great job.
We done had some fire today. And well, family, that brings us to the Annie Willie inspired recap relay. This is the time we get to reflect in 1 minute or less. The most inspirational nugget of the day from this master class. And then I'll pass the baton on to the next business runner. So is anybody trying to run their business today? Here's the man that knows how to run from sea to shining sea, none other than the professor himself. First leg of the day, 𝗁𝗂𝗿𝗄𝗵𝗏.
Well, Mr. Erik, thank you so much. And I want to take my feedback from, hey, I'm a Christian, so if I use the Bible, please don't get angry. Or if you're a Muslim, go to your Quran, read your religious book, okay? Because everything is in there. 2 Kings 3:17, okay? 2 Kings 3:17. I'm not a pastor, but it says, you shall not see rain, you shall not see wind, but that valley shall be filled with water. And if you read the story of that Bible, it happened after a sacrifice was made. When they were stuck in the battle for days, they didn't know what to do. But after a sacrifice was made, then the prophecy came that it shall not rain, it shall not storm, but that valley shall be filled with water. Do you know what you have? And you know what it takes for you to make the sacrifice for it to happen? Because sometimes we are here, and I always tell my team, people out there, they see what we don't see, right? And if you live in a house, you don't know what is happening on the roof, but people outside are seeing. So we need to recognize what we have so that we can appreciate it and sacrifice for it, because it's going to happen. Thank you, Mr. Erik. Back to you, Mr. Troy.
Thank you for bringing it into the zone, Professor 𝗁𝗂𝗿𝗄𝗏. And now we take it to the man that knows how to run all the way from the west to the south. He is none other than Mr. Andre West. Second
You
leg.
just gotta know where you are, everybody. Just know where you are, where we are in the stream of time. 500,000 new millionaires in the United States every year. How many of us are going to be that this year? Back to you.
Woo, woo. All right. Thank you, Mr. Andre, for bringing it into the zone. And now we get to pass it on to the man with the shine, the man that knows how to shine on his feet, none other than Mr. Money, Stephen Short.
I'm thinking about two things when I listen to your whole thing that you were saying to everybody today. When you say you can transfer compliments, they ain't you just transferring what you're saying to them. It's also you transferring power over to them so they can be stronger each and every day. But the other thing I want to think about, because I heard a couple things flash into my mind, right? When you say somebody is broke, why would we say somebody broke if we in a mindset of building and becoming strong, or just saying that I'm cash strapped right now and I'm on my journey to becoming or to become a millionaire? Because because the saying you broke is the negative connotation. That's the best word for you, connotation. And then that's what I was thinking. Because if you on a journey to make money, you can't have a mindset of being broke. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I call getting it in the zone right on time. Thank you for bringing it on in. And now we get to pass that baton on to that lady that's always, she seems to be smoking these days. So we can give it to her real quick. None other than 𝗵𝗲𝗏𝗍, just shaking her head and ready to go.
I know I get so excited because I don't know if I should be crying or laughing because it's just so much. But I want to go back to what Coach Zay was talking about. And he talked about that we have the ability to get a coach online. And I remember when I got ready to quit my job, I listened to Les Brown for a whole year. Ooh. And he always talked about being hungry. But he said a quote, most people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss, but because they aim too low and get it. And so we got to have the mindset that we can do it and be able to receive it. And so just start claiming it. I am a millionaire. I will set goals. And I thought about, the big deal about making 100,000 to get that next level. But then you got to think, how much do I need to make $1 million? And you set those goals too. And he always said, it's possible. It's possible. And I'll add this last thing. All things are possible with God. I just had to say that. Thank you, coaches, Coach Zay and Coach Erik.
Thank you. We appreciate you, 𝗵𝗲𝗏𝗍, for that inspirational last final word. And now we're going to pass that ball or that baton on to this sister that is the griot in the US of A like no other. She is our storyteller, and that is Ms. Tawana Chisley. Run with it, girl.
All right, I'm going to try to get this in within a minute. Erik, thank you so much. Every time I'm on these calls, I realize that the journey that I had to go through was being written the whole time. So a lot of things that you say are things that have been put into my books. So when you talk about that current, I actually talk about that. You got to allow yourself to swim the shore, to allow yourself the current to take you to shore. And then when you're ready to go jump back in that water and let the current take you again. So this was pretty good, so good. As far as the blessings, I was very, very hard on myself. I could not find the beauty inside of me. I didn't feel it. Even though, look, I've been married for a long time. I know there's something there, but I didn't feel it for me until I started getting in front of the camera. And I'm saying this for a reason, y'all. For those of you all that are afraid to get in front of that camera, afraid to talk, afraid to see who you are, get that camera, angle it, and find who you are and just go for it. And all of a sudden, things are just gonna, they're gonna hit you and say, you got this. You got this. And the last thing, embracing your journey is what Isaiah said. It took me a minute here, y'all. But when I took that time for myself, I said, I gotta be me. I got to run this race and I got to do it the way this is going to work. So it's not that I am necessarily, I'm not stepping away from the system because the system, y'all got it. But sometimes I got to march to my own drum. So sometimes your drum might be boom, 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 but I'm boom, 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 boom. I'm in it. I'm always in it. So we got this. I'm really like fired up right now. So let's go. I see you, Troy.
Was that trying to let the spirit lead me, but then the spirit just kept on going. Sometimes it get good. Sometimes it get good, and you have a hallelujah moment. But that being said, we still got to run this race. And I'm going to get that baton, and we're going to pass it on now. Let's put the spirit in the hand of Mr. 𝗵𝗲𝗏𝗍.
Man, if I could just encourage you guys to take the next step from journeying to being a millionaire, to embracing that I'm a millionaire. That's what's going to change the game for you. There's a movie out called Air, AIR. It's about Michael Jordan and his, when he went to sign with Nike. But the movie's not told from the vantage point of Michael Jordan. It's told from the vantage point of Michael Jordan's mother. And she, in fact, was the top negotiator. She wouldn't even let him talk to Michael. And when she went to Nike, she said, yeah, no, he don't want a commission. He don't want to wear Nikes. He want a piece of every shoe, and he want his own shoe. They said, that's never happened. That's never happened. That's never happened. And Nike didn't even have the money to sign Michael, but she said, if you do this because of who Michael is, this is going to be the best deal you ever did. Because of who you are, you got to know that you worth that. That's all I got. That time is up. I only have a minute, but I wish you could just grasp who you are and how wonderfully you've been made by our Creator. You worth whatever number you say, and then He's gonna go beyond that. Thank you.
Yay! That's what you call wrapping it up, bringing it across the finish line with your chest out. Yeah. And with that being said, we know what time it is right now. We are at that moment when we get to say thank you to each and every one of you inspirational experts and everybody's coach, Coach Zay, Coach Robinson, Erik Robinson. And now that the message has been given and you have all that you need, you know the how. Before I give it back to the coach, let me ask the question. What's next?
Drill it till you kill it.
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 And now back to everybody's coach, Erik Robinson.
There's a hand up.
Oh, there is a hand up. There is a hand up. All right.
I see it. I see it. I'm gonna let her take it home. I'm gonna get her. Come on, I just want to say thank you. You know, the one thing that stood out for me was when you said whatever number you say, you're worth it. You're worth whatever number you say. Because last night, Coach Zay and myself was working on this project, and this lady wants to know. We tried to decide how much we charge. And he said one number. I'm like, nah, that's really not what your value is. And we was going back and forth. What is the value? What is the value? What is the value? What's the value put on this? And we start thinking like, nah, man, put some respect on yourself. The value is the value. And you can't want to say, come on, you're worth whatever number you say. Because he got to meet with this lady, you know, and tell her what's the value for his service. The value is the value. She can say yes or no. But don't you pre-negotiate your value before you negotiate your value. You better know your worth. Back to you, Annie. Take us home.
Annie, come on. The coach has given you the end result.
Okay. All right. I'm so sorry. My phone, because I had my hand up and it says lower hand. So I didn't know. Yeah, but I just wanted to chime in and said that Erik's short recapitulation was enormous. In fact, talking about giving or receiving, be it money or compliments, it is good to respond appropriately. One day I went to somebody's office and I saw a poster that says, you can never be poor when you give or share. So it is good to give and it is good to receive. The other day, Mansella from Dallas sent a short motivation to me. And I said, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I will see you in Dallas. And in response, she said, I can't wait to see you. You know, it brought a smile on my face. So when somebody compliments you, compliment them back. They can say, oh, I like your shoes. Say, oh, I like your dress. It makes everybody happy. Thank you for allowing me to share.
All right, all right. And we like your...
Get your green sheets. Everybody.